arabolla kam moy men sidino ko indima mbadin kato kanoma kayrole makote arabolla kam moy men sidino ko indima mbadin kato kanoma kayrole makuti qur'ano la fasarolu haditholu londolu.
Bismillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin wa sallama tasliman kathira amma ba'd. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and may Allah's peace and blessings be upon the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. Welcome to the weekly Arabic episode, Arabic lessons, and this episode is lesson 7. Is the beginning of lesson 7. So in this lesson 7, we are going to learn what we call Ismul Ishara lil Qarib. Ismul Ishara lil Qarib, as we have learned before. It is about question and answers. And Ismul Ishara lil Qarib, it means a demonstrative noun for near objects or near things or near beings. Like, for example, you say hada and also hadhihi. All these are asma'ul ishara lil qarib. And we have also haulai. So lesson 7, the beginning, we have what we call man hadhihi. It is a question. And this is on page 39, as we mentioned previously. Man hadhihi, who is this? Man hadhihi, who is this? The jawab, and that is the response, is hadhihi aminatu. This is Amina. Hadhihi aminatu. This is Amina. Hadhihi aminatu, it is an example of al-jumlatul ismiyya. It is an example of a nominal sentence. Hadhihi, it is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence, and aminatu is the khabar. It is the predicate, and it is giving us information about the mubtada, about the subject. Waman tilka, and who is that? Waman tilka, and who is that? Tilka Fatimatu, that is Fatima. Tilka Fatimatu, that is Fatima. So tilka is the mubtada, and then Fatimatu is the khabar. This is also an example of al-jumlatul ismiyya. It is an example of a nominal sentence. Hadhihi tabibatun. This is a doctor. Wa tilka mumarridatun, and that is a nurse. Hadhihi tabibatun. This is a doctor. وَتِلْكَ مُمَرِّدَةٌ, and that is a nurse. So these two sentences are all examples of al-jumlatul ismiyya. هَذِهِ طَبِيبَةٌ, and also تِلْكَ مُمَرِّدَةٌ. These two sentences are examples of nominal sentences called al-jumlatul ismiyya. Al-jumlatul ismiyya هي كل جملة أولها اسم. As we mentioned previously, it is any sentence that begins with a noun. وَهِيَ مُرَكَّبَةٌ مِنْ مُبْتَدَإٍ وَخَبَرٍ. And it is composed of mubtada and khabar, the subject and the predicate. So هذه طبيبة, this is a doctor. هذه is the mubtada and طبيبة is the khabar. وَتِلْكَ مُمَرِّدَةٌ. The waw we have here is what we call harfu atfin. Some call it waw al-atfi. It is the waw that connects two sentences together. And tilka is also the mubtada on the other side of the sentence. And mumarridatun is also the khabar. So the mubtada is the subject and mumarridatun is the khabar. It's giving us information about the tilka. So the word tabibatun, when we demonstrate or when we use a demonstrative noun to point at the person, we use هذه, because هذه it is considered to be an اسم الإشارة for things that are feminine, things that are مؤنث. But هذا, on the other hand, it is used for مذكر. هذه and هذا, they all have three conditions. For one to use هذا and for one to be able to use هذه. The first condition for هذا, it has to be singular, that is, it has to be mufrad. And then the second condition, it has to be qarib, it has to be close to the person talking. It has to be near, that is qarib. And the third condition is it has to be mudhakkar, that is for هذا, it has to be masculine. For هذه, all conditions remain the same as هذا except the mudhakkar and mu'annath, the masculine and the feminine. So for هذه, it has to be mu'annath, it has to be feminine. So طبيبة is a female doctor and ممرضة is a female nurse. So هذه طبيبة, essentially it means this is a female doctor. If it is a male doctor, we say هذا طبيب. We have learned that previously. هذا طبيب, because طبيب is masculine, it is مذكر. But هذه طبيبة وتلك ممرضة, and that is a female nurse. When speaking to someone, you don't need to mention female nurse. The person will know that you are referring to a female nurse because of the ta at the end of the kalima. This is what we call ta'ul marbuta or ta'ul ta'nith, the ta of feminism. We have هذه من الهند. This is from India. هذه من الهند. This is from India. وتلك من اليابان, and that is from Japan. وتلك من اليابان, and that is from Japan. So هذه من الهند, it is an example of الجملة الاسمية. هذه is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. من الهند is the khabar. Khabar as جار ومجرور. من is the harf jar, and al-hindi is ismul majrur. The combination of harfu jarrin and ismul majrur is what we call jarun wa majrurun. So khabar comes as jarun majrurun. It comes as mufrad, that is one word. It comes as al-jumlatul ismiyah, the nominal sentence. It comes as a nominal sentence. It comes as jumlatul fi'liyah, a verbal sentence. It also comes as dharf, as an adverb. So in this case, the khabar is jarun wa majrur, and it is also what we call shibhul jumla. It is a phrase, it is not a complete sentence. So هذه من الهند. This is an example of jumlatul ismiyah, and هذه is the mubtada, من الهند is the khabar. وتلك من اليابان. And the tilka here is the mubtada, من اليابان is the khabar, as jarun wa majrurun. And the wow in between the two sentences is what we call harfu atfin, or wow al-ataf, or wow al-atfi. هذه طويلة, this is tall. هذه طويلة, this is tall. وتلك قصيرة, and that is short. وتلك قصيرة, and that is short. So هذه is the mubtada, طويلة is the khabar, it is the predicate, mubtada is the subject, and then طويلة is the predicate, it is the khabar. وتلك, the wow is what we call wow al-atfi, or harfu atfin. Tilka is the mubtada, and then قصيرة is the khabar. So tilka is the subject of the sentence, which is the mubtada, and قصيرة is the khabar. Man هذا, who is this? Man هذا, who is this? هذا حامد, this is Hamid. هذا حامد, this is Hamid. So هذا is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. Hamidun is the khabar, it is the predicate. ومن ذلك, and who is that? ومن ذلك, and who is that? ذلك علي, that is Ali. Dhalika Aliyun, that is Ali. So dhalika, as we mentioned, it is ismul ishara lil ba'id. It is a demonstrative noun for things that are far from the person speaking, that are far from the mutakallim. Dhalika has three conditions as hadha. It has to be singular, that is mufrad, it has to be singular. It has to be ba'id, it has to be far away from the person. And it has to be mudhakkar, it has to be masculine. So tilka is also for feminine. It has to be singular, that is mufrad. For you to use tilka, it has to be, the thing you are pointing at has to be singular, that is mufrad. It has to be far away from you, that is ba'id. And it has to be mu'annath, it has to be feminine. And then dhalika, it has to be far away from you. It has to be mufrad, that is, it has to be singular, and it has to be mudhakkar. So that's the difference between tilka and dhalika. They are all used for demonstrating things that are not close to you, things that are far away from you. But the only difference between dhalika and tilka is mu'annath and mudhakkar. Mudhakkar means masculine and mu'annath means feminine. So dhalika Ali, the dha is what we call ismul ishara. The lam in the form of kasra, that is the li. Dhali. The lam is what we call lam al-bu'd. The lam of distance is the lam that you can use, that is showing you that you have to use it in a distance form, something that is distance from the mutakallim, the person speaking. And the kaf in dhalika is what we call harful khitab. Harful khitab, it is the harf, it is the particle of addressing somebody, the person you are facing. It can be kasra, it can be dhamma. Like, for example, ra'aytuka, ra'aytuki, ra'aytukuma, ra'aytukum, ra'aytukunna. All this, kunna, kum, ka, ki, and then kuma is what we call harful khitab, the kaf. So it is used when addressing somebody, depending on the gender case and the plural form or the singular form. But it's what we call harful khitab. And the lam in dhalika is what we call lam al-bu'd, the lam of distance. And the dha is what we call ismul ishara. So dhalika aliyun, it is an example of jumlatul ismiyya. It is an example of nominal sentence. The dhalika is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence, and aliyun is the khabar. Atilka dajajatun, is that a chicken? Atilka dajajatun, is that a chicken? La, no. Tilka battatun, that is a duck. Tilka battatun, that is a duck. A duck, bima'na D-U-C-K. So tilka is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. Battatun is the khabar, it is the predicate. The subject of the sentence, the mubtada, cannot be la, it cannot be harf. It has to be al-ismun, it has to be ism. So this is very important for students of knowledge to note. Na'am and la, these are hurufs, these are part of hurufs. La is harf, harfun nafi, and then Naam is harful jawab. They cannot, even if they begin the sentence, they cannot be mubtada. So la, tilka battatun. The lam is what we call la an-nafiya. There are only two types of la, either whether it is in the Quran or in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, or in the saying of any saying in Arabic language. Whenever we see la, there are only two types. La an-nafiya, the la of negation, and la an-nahiya, the la of prohibition. So these are the two types of lam we have. La tadkhulu, it came in the Quran. La tadkhulu buyutan ghayra buyutikum. That lam is la of prohibition. And then la yamassuhu illa al-mutahharun. That lam is what we call la an-nafiya, the la of negation. It's not la of prohibition. So this is very important for students of knowledge to distinguish between the two. We proceed. We have ma tilka. What is that? Ma tilka. What is that? Tilka baydatun. That is an egg. Tilka baydatun. That is an egg. This is also another example of al-jumlatul ismiyya, example of nominal sentence. Tilka is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence, and baydatun is the khabar, it is the predicate. هذه سيارة المدرس. This is the teacher's car. وتلك سيارة المدير. And that is the principal's car. هذه سيارة المدرس. This is the teacher's car. وتلك سيارة المدير. And that is the principal's car. Both questions, or both sentences rather, the examples of jumlatul ismiyya. هذه سيارة المدرس. هذه, it is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. سيارة is the khabar. وهو مضاف. المدرس is مضاف إليه. In lesson 5, we have learned what we call مضاف and مضاف إليه. مضاف, it is something that owns. Something that is owned is called mudafun. And mudafun ilayhi, it is the owner, is the one who possesses, is the one who owns. Like for example, you say Baytullahi. Baytu is mudafun, it is something that is owned, and Allahi is lafzul jalala or ismul jalala. Then we say mudafun ilayhi, it is the one who owns. So this is very important. So sayyaratu is the khabar, wa huwa mudaf. Wa huwa mudaf means it is also mudaf. And then al-mudarrisi is mudafun ilayhi, it is the owner. Wa tilka sayyaratul mudiri. The waw here is what we call wawul atfi or harfu atfin. And tilka is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. Sayyaratu is the khabar, it is the predicate. Wa huwa mudafun, it is also mudaf. Al-mudiri is mudafun ilayhi. As-sa'atu Abbasin hadhihi. Is this Abbas watch? As-sa'atu Abbasin hadhihi. Is this Abbas watch? The jawab, the response is La hadhihi sa'atu Hamidin. No, this is Hamid's watch. La hadhihi sa'atu Hamidin. No, this is Hamid's watch. Tilka sa'atu Abbasin. That is Abbas' watch. Tilka sa'atu Abbasin. That is Abbas' watch. So هذه is the mubtada, sa'atu is the khabar, and then وهو مضاف حامد is مضاف إليه. So the lam here is la النافية, the la of negation. So هذه is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. Sa'atu is the khabar, وهو مضاف, and then حامد is مضاف إليه, is the owner. Tilka is the mubtada, it is the subject of the sentence. Sa'atu is the khabar, it is the predicate, and then وهو مضاف, Abbasin is مضاف إليه. And finally we have ذلك ديك. That is a rooster. ذلك ديك. That is a rooster. وتلك دجاجة. And that is a chicken. وتلك دجاجة. And that is a chicken. So ذلك and tilka, we can see دجاجة is feminine and then ديكun is masculine. That's why we use ذلك for ديكun, and for دجاجة we use tilka. These are demonstrative nouns, but we need to know the difference so that we can know exactly when to use them. We'll stop here until our next episode, inshallah. وصلى اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Qur'ano la fasarolu haditholu londolu nyilbebe koylema nenete nyinkuti fikiyate lonnola salo dunte nonola songoninja ko hinjo tawhidu lenkuti fikiyate lonnola salo dunte nonola songoninja ko hinjo tawhidu lenkuti